No one is illegal on stolen land.
Land acknowledgements. Billie Eilish looks pretty proud of herself there. Land acknowledgements have become quite the thing. Now, if you are touring Georgetown University, your tour guide might include one. But not everybody agrees with land acknowledgements. Ohio State has banned them. Iowa is talking about banning them. So what are these things? Well, they are formal acknowledgements of the indigenous people to whom the land belongs. The idea here is that colonialism is a current and ongoing process, and we need to build our mindfulness of our present participation. Colonialism being the practice of acquiring a place in political control and then exploiting it economically. The classic example of colonialism is the Spanish conquering the Aztecs. So the idea here is that when Hernan Cortez encountered Montezuma, Montezuma was this original owner of that land. The Aztecs were the indigenous people to whom the land belongs. But before the Aztecs were there, they took it from the Tlaxcaltecs, and they had taken it from the Tlahuicas. But they had taken it from these guys, who had taken it from the Tepanecas, who had taken it from the Chalecos, who had taken it from the Xochimilcos. Who were the indigenous people to whom the land belongs? The difference must be that we are the ones who acquire full or partial political control, occupy it, and exploit it. Oh, but wait, the Aztec society was divided into classes. The nobility grew their power and wealth through their control of land, labor, and tribute collection. Oh my gosh, Aztecs, that's very colonialism-ish of you. In fact, I'm seeing some holes in Northwestern University's whole concept of colonialism. Is this idea that colonialism is a thing from Europe a myth? Anyway, Billie Eilish's idea here is that it's illegitimate to kick people off some land that you could never own. A lot of the people here before the Europeans came believed that no one can claim ownership to land. So where does this come from? Why do we even have the concept of land ownership? Well, it comes from the labor theory of property, rooted in the philosopher John Locke, who is in the DNA of the founding of America and all of our founding documents. John Locke's idea here is that you have the natural right to your own labor, and when you use that to improve land, you should receive the benefits of that. And importantly, John Locke talked about commonly owned land. But examples of improving the land to create abundance for everyone are like the early settlers in America. Or today, people making big investments to turn the desert into farmable land. Or turning places that have a lot of urban blight into places that thousands of people live in. And I don't know if Billy knows about the tragedy of the commons, but when nobody owns the land, it's not always a good thing, like when the fishermen off the coast of New England fished cod into extinction, or when communally owned forests get clear-cut. So are these land acknowledgements really about truth-telling, justice, and memory? Or are land acknowledgements just a form of moral grandstanding?